Fort Orleans was a French fort in colonial North America, the first fort built by any European forces on the Missouri River. It was built near the mouth of the Grand River near present-day Brunswick, intended to be the linchpin in the vast New France Empire stretching from Montreal to New Mexico. The fort was occupied from 1723 to 1726. It was the first multi-year European settlement in what is today the U.S. state of Missouri. The fort was established in 1723 on the Missouri River by Etienne de Vineyard, Sieur de Bergmont. It was to be the Missouri River headquarters of the newly claimed Louisiana Territory. Like the newly founded New Orleans, Louisiana, it was named for the Duke of Orleans. De Bergmont had commanded the French fort at Fort Detroit. In 1706 he and other soldiers deserted when criticized by Antoine Laumé de la Motte, Sieur de Cadillac, for his handling of a skirmish with attacking Ottawa members. A French priest and soldier were killed by the Indians, and the French killed 30 Ottawa tribesmen. While on the lam from French authorities, de Bergmont lived with the Native Americans and explored the lower Missouri. He often traded in furs, although not authorized to do so. Catholic missionaries urged that he be arrested for indecency because of traveling with his Missouri wife and mixed-race child. His base was the Missouri tribal village near where Fort Orleans was to be established. In 1713 de Bergmont wrote exact description of Louisiana, of its harbors, lands and rivers, and names of the Indian tribes that occupy it, and the commerce and advantages to be derived therefrom for the establishment of a colony. In 1714 he published an account following travels to the mouth of the Platte River, entitled The Route to be Taken to Ascend the Missouri River. His descriptions and names of rivers, based on names of local tribes, were used by cartographer Guillaume Delisle for the first map of the region. Delisle used Missouri for the river rather than Picatanui, as the explorers Louis Joliet and Jacques Marquette had named it after they first viewed it in 1673. In 1718 Jean-Baptiste Lemoyne de Bienville, founder of the Louisiana Territory, said that instead of arresting Bergmont, they should work with him. He recommended that Bergmont receive the Cross of St. Louis for service to France. In 1720 Bergmont and his son, along with a chief, traveled to France, where they were greeted as national heroes. His reputation was enhanced as news arrived that the Pawnee had slaughtered the Villisur expedition near modern-day Columbus, Nebraska. This stopped the Spanish from establishing settlements in the Missouri River Valley. Stock for the Mississippi Company rose in price based on forecasts of great riches in Louisiana. Bergmont was promised a title of nobility if he could build a fort and strike an alliance with the Native Americans to keep the Spanish out of the Missouri Valley. Bergmont stayed in Normandy for a time and married a woman in his hometown in 1721. In 1722 he returned to New Orleans but was too sick to proceed on an expedition. In the meantime, funds in the Mississippi Company collapsed. He argued with his sponsors over whether a fort was necessary. He thought it more important to recruit Native Americans in alliances to unite to fight the Spanish, as he believed his mission had not changed. As ordered, he established the fort on November 9, 1723, to be garrisoned with 40 French soldiers. In 1724, Bergmont traveled up the Missouri River to the core village near Doniphan, Kansas, with the objective of establishing friendly relations among the Indian tribes of the region and seeking a trade route to the Spanish colony in New Mexico. With a delegation of Indians from several tribes, he then ventured westward onto the Great Plains to visit their common enemy, the Paducah tribe, near Lyons, Kansas. Bergmont participated in a peace ceremony between the Paducah and the Missouri, Osage, Iowa, Pawnee, Otoe, Core, and Omaha, wherein a ceremonial pipe was smoked to seal the agreement. The Indians whom Bergmont called Paducah are believed by some to have been the people later known as Comanche, but were more likely Apache. This was the first recorded French visit to them. In celebration, in 1725, Bergmont escorted the chiefs of the tribes to Paris to show them the glory of France, including Paris, the palaces at Château de Marly, Fontainebleau and Versailles, and to hunt on the royal preserve with Louis XV. Bergmont returned to his home in Normandy and did not accompany the chiefs back to Missouri. He abandoned his Missouri wife and children. The French abandoned Fort Orleans in 1726. One story says that when the garrison had been reduced to a contingent of 8 soldiers, Native Americans attacked and burned it, killing all the troops. Another story says it was merely abandoned. 1729, November 29th. Natchez Indians attacked French settlements near present-day Natchez, Mississippi, killing more than 200 French colonists. Less than 1 year later, 1730, September 9th, a French army of 1,400 soldiers and its Indian allies massacred about 500 Fox Indians as they tried to flee the besieged camp. Possible locations. Archaeologists have not found evidence of the fort despite some promising starts, particularly south of the Missouri River. Lewis and Clark visited the area in June 1804 to seek the fort but reported they found no trace of it. 3 possible locations for the fort are: near Malta Bend, Missouri in Saline County, Missouri on the south side of the Missouri. Archaeological discoveries in what is now Van Meter State Park in the area known as the Pinnacles appear to support this. Included in park is an unrelated earthwork fort which archaeologists believe is of Native American and not French origin. 39.2748 degrees north, 93.2612 degrees west, 39.2748 minus 93.2612. North bank of the Missouri River by the mouth of Wakanda Creek in Carroll County, Missouri. 39.33159 degrees north, 93.22275 degrees west, 39.33159 minus 93.22275. An island in the Missouri River between the two. Part of Fort Orleans can be found in Brunswick, Missouri. There are still houses and buildings,